Hey guys, All in Crypto here and welcome back ladies and gentlemen for another YouTube video. Happy Friday everybody. I hope you've all got a lovely weekend planned ahead of you. Today we're going to be delivering a nice and chilled out video. We're going to talk about the cryptocurrency market as a whole and where it's heading. You guys know that we are exceptionally bullish on Bitcoin and altcoins, and that is what we're going to spend this video talking about, what you should expect over the next 3 months or so. We're going to cover a variety of different topics. We are, of course, going to dive into Bitcoin, tell you what's at play. We're going to be revisiting some of those bullish patterns that we have at hand for Bitcoin. We're also going to talk about that indicator that I gave you guys over a week ago now, the Hunt BTC COT indicator. It was created by the Crypto Sniper. He's another YouTuber. He's also he's on Twitter. He's on a number of things. I'll leave the link to his channel in the description, and he essentially has created an indicator that essentially to date has had a 100% hit rate, and people think that that is a lie when I say it has a 100% hit rate. Please try the indicator out for yourself. It's been right to date 100% of the time. Whenever this signal pops up, this net accumulate or net sell signal, it is absolutely spot on and has been to date. So we're going to be revisiting that, show you what's happened since we gave you this indicator, and then it's actually come to fruition, and it would have been a perfect time to enter the market and indeed accumulate. We're also going to talk about the total money in crypto, because things are looking amazing, ladies and gentlemen. And what I also want to do is take a look at total 2. So the total is just the entire market of the cryptocurrency realm. Total 2 essentially is just altcoins. So this is without Bitcoin. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because many people get quite disappointed as altcoins don't seem to be pumping in the same manner as Bitcoin. There are some pariahs within that, but essentially this is a common trait of a recovery. Bitcoin will lead the market and altcoins will follow. And this is what the Total 2 is showing you. Both Total and Total 2 have some exceptionally bullish structure setting up, and we are expecting some more upside. We will talk about ADA towards the end of the video. I'll be back to covering Cardano daily tomorrow. I just thought that I would kind of take a little bit of a break, mix things up, and kind of go over the overall market and get you guys excited as I am. We then will look at my famous traffic light system for Bitcoin. This is the 4-year cycle theory essentially, guys, and you can see that the colors repeat. And this is really mapping out the 4-year cycle. And I'll bring up the first time that I mentioned this a long time ago, nearly a year ago now, guys. And essentially you can see that we'd only just embarked on this journey. And it's played out to date, guys, which gives me credence and reason to believe that it's going to continue to do so. We set out a roadmap for Bitcoin over a year ago now, essentially based on the prior 4 years, and prior to that prior 4 years, and how they follow this 4-year cycle that's really centered around the halvening. And the last year of those 4 years, which we're currently in, is where you see the kind of parabolic price action for Bitcoin. We believe that is still to come, and in actual fact is going to take place in the next 3 months. So if that sounds good, guys, strap yourselves in and we're going to dive into this video. We can see the overall market is still climbing up slightly, and it's really still Bitcoin and Ethereum that are leading the way. Now, Bitcoin has essentially done exactly what we set out for it. You guys will know that we were calling for an inverse head and shoulders. This is Bitcoin the right way up, and this is the inverse chart for Bitcoin. Essentially, that head and shoulders, since we called that, has indeed come to fruition, ladies and gentlemen. You've completed it, and this has an upside target, along with your cup and handle structure that you can see here for Bitcoin. Can you see this? This is your handle here, guys. You've broken this. These both have targets. I think one's 77,000 from the actual head and shoulders, and the other one is 78,000, I believe, from the cup and handle. So this is where Bitcoin is going, in my opinion. This ties up very nicely with how we believe the year is going to end. I believe you're going to see overperformance, and we are potentially going to see $100,000 plus Bitcoin by the end of the year. I think things can still get exceptionally parabolic. All we need is a little bit of good news. The institutions to kind of turn that switch on. For example, an ETF would see Bitcoin absolutely catapulted, as there would be kind of a supply shock with everybody trying to grab Bitcoin to set up their exchange traded fund. So there's so much that can happen in the next 3 months. I think people are rather pessimistic with the price predictions we have for altcoins. People just don't see that becoming a reality. And I've been here for a while now, guys, and honestly, cryptocurrencies will turn you into a believer. When you see just how volatile this market is, we've seen it to the downside over the past couple of months, it also works to the upside, and I do believe we are going to get filled in a lot of our price predictions. We are actually relatively conservative in regards to the price predictions. What I want to quickly do, guys, is lay on that indicator that we gave you over a week ago. This is the Hunt Bitcoin COT indicator. COT stands for commitment of traders. Now, if you bring it on the weekly, okay, it's actually uploaded on the weekly now. So we'll use the weekly. We were using the daily in this video. You can see where we were, guys. Since we gave you that, you've done pretty well. We'll put it on the daily just to compare it in contrast with that video. Can you see this? When we made the video, you were around about here, guys. Since then, Bitcoin has gone on to absolutely smash it. And this is a precursor for what's to come. You're going to see continuation. Things are looking great. And when I say this indicator has a 100% hit rate, you don't need to take my word for it. I'm not trying to sell you this indicator. It is a free indicator that the Crypto Sniper has made available for everyone, Francis Hunt. Go and check it out. Check it out. Every time there's been a long, these green arrows are accumulate signals or long signals, and the red arrows are short signals. You do have a number of other signals at play, like for example, orange is caution. You could see what happens then. Go and take a look at when these indicators were given, when the signals were given, and what followed. And you can see there's pretty much 100%, or there is 100% hit rate today in regards to accumulation. So that's really what's at play. Things look fantastic. There's so much going on. That signal was perfect. This is the total money in crypto. We spoke to you about the cup and handle structure that was indeed at play. And this is what we're expecting, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to come up. Once you've broken this kind of top of your cup, you will, it's very, very common trait, and we've done this on a number of cup and handles. You come back to retest it before you start to see that continuation. This is exactly what we're expecting, ladies and gents. Can you see this? Once you break it, you then start the climb. And it's very typical in the crypto market that it's once you come and break your previous all-time highs, you really see that impulsion take place. This is just an example on a kind of macro scale, if you will. This is the total money in crypto. This was just one big cup and handle, ladies and gents. And then you see the break. You know, this is what we're anticipating. There's so many patterns, so many indicators, so many signals at play, and they're all screaming exceptionally bullish. The on-chain data for Bitcoin and a number of altcoins has never been so bullish. Things are looking fantastic, and I don't think people quite understand what the next 3 months are gearing up for. The markets recently have been a little bit lackluster. This has got everybody kind of taking their eye off the ball. We've noticed it certainly in the comments. We make Cardano videos daily. When the price is going up, everybody's ecstatic. When it's going down, nobody really, or I wouldn't say nobody, a lot of people lose interest, when in actual fact that's the complete opposite. You want to be most appealed when the price is low, because if you know what you're investing in, if you have done your due diligence, your research on your investment, you will come to the same conclusion that I have and understand that there is a fantastic opportunity to be taken advantage of. Cryptocurrencies as a whole, at $2.3 trillion in terms of a market cap, has a long way to go. Now, in regards to why your altcoins aren't pumping, let's just take these drawings off. This is the total money in crypto, and you can see you're coming, very, very common trait, by the way, guys. This is also setting up for a breakout. Can you see this? You're kind of coming back. You're finding resistance at your previous high, ready to shoot through it. That's what's coming. And people go, oh, you're wrong. Tell me in a week, a month's time, how things have played out, and then we can discuss it. It's too early, really. So back to what I'm talking about. So this is the total money in crypto. This is total 2. So this is the total money in the altcoins excluding, or in the cryptocurrency market excluding Bitcoin. And you can see that this is really the characteristic of markets. Bitcoin included into the total 2 essentially is up 37%. Now the total 2, which is just your altcoins, it's only up around about 31%. So Bitcoin is leading the market. And what you tend to find is once Bitcoin's kind of established the direction, and that is what you've had take place with Bitcoin, We showed you this falling wedge here. We said that, and we did this a long time ago now, guys. When Bitcoin, this is brilliant, by the way. This really sums up the cryptocurrency market. The world is going to end when we have this initial kind of sell-off, or the sell-off back in May. Then when it went up, the world is not going to end, and then when it goes back down, but maybe it will. People are getting thrown around, and that's because they don't have their underlying beliefs in what they're invested in. They've listened to somebody like myself and just thrown money in blindly. You should always do your own due diligence. So you've got both your falling wedge structures. This, and we covered it in great detail back when it happened, guys, is a trend reversal pattern. A falling wedge is a trend reversal pattern, guys. You had that take place, and now you have indeed had that trend reversal. And with this higher high, you're confirming that. So you can see here, guys, you had your lower high, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. And that's the trend until you reverse it and you put in a higher high, higher low, higher high. Then you made a lower low, which had, or sorry, this is still a higher low, by the way, guys. And you've now gone on to just put in a higher high. So your trend has reversed. Things are looking great. I don't understand the pessimism. The pessimism, by the way, let me just make this comment on the pessimism, is coming from a lot of people new to the cryptocurrency space. The people that have been here for a while, like myself, understand what's going on here, guys. It's the new people to crypto that are getting very emotional. My comment section's been exceptionally emotional over the past couple of days. People calling me a fraud, a liar, which I think is unwarranted. I mean, if you've been a long time viewer of the channel, the vast majority of what we said has come to fruition. This was nearly a year ago now, I think 8 months ago. 8 months ago, we put this out, and this was the roadmap that we set out. And this is that exact same chart today, guys, and it has indeed played out. You've followed more of a 2013 kind of bull run than you have potentially 2017, and we're yet to see a 2017 ending, ladies and gentlemen. This kind of parabola that grips the fourth and final year towards the end, and that's what I believe is coming. I honestly do believe that, guys. I think people are going to be very pleasantly surprised with how the next 3 months look. We are going to make a video of when we actually believe the bull run is going to end. Obviously, if we do follow the Bitcoin 4-year cycle theory, that would give warrant to the fact that we're going to enter a bear market next year. There's a lot of arguments for the lengthening cycle theory. There's a lot of arguments for a continuation of the cycle due to it being more established, more institutions involved. We will make a separate video covering that, but this video was just a nice chilled out one for you on your Fridays to let you know that everything is looking a-okay, ladies and gentlemen. Things are looking absolutely healthy. This is Cardano very quickly. It's doing exactly what we set out for it, guys. Things are looking absolutely spectacular. You're doing the exact same thing that you did over here, guys. You have your initial break, you come back to retest it, then you start the new trend. And this is largely, Bitcoin had already kind of broken out and started putting in higher highs at this point, whereas Cardano lags behind. You come up, you break out, or you break out here, you come back, and then you start your new trend. And it's really once you take this level out here, guys, you're going to see those big moves come. It is absolutely coming. I think people are getting rather sick of me talking about it, just because we go on about it every day, but we're that confident, guys, that it's coming. We called this breakout here absolutely perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. This was right at the start of, or a while ago now, guys, nearly 4 months or so ago. Or even longer than that. We said that this breakout was coming, and this is what you've done. You're just setting that new trend. Can you see this? You're failing to put in, what you did here was you failed to put in a lower low. You're now continuing to put in higher lows, but failing to put in higher highs. And once you come and you take this level here, ladies and gentlemen, in much the same way that once you took this level here, can you see what happens? Your trend really gets confirmed, and you start to see that these big impulsive moves come. We called this perfectly. Those of you who have followed the channel, we told you new all-time highs were coming, and I'm telling you again, new all-time highs are coming. It is a matter of time, ladies and gentlemen. That is really the bulk of what I have for you in this video. We're still expecting this kind of parabolic end to the year. Remember, some of my old content right at the start of my channel is well worth a watch, guys. This is what we're doing. Bitcoin's just establishing its trend, and it's continuing in it. So if we go on to put a lower low in now, just quick word to the wise. Markets just don't go straight up. You are going to have periods where you pull back slightly, but the main thing is that you hold support. So Bitcoin potentially could, after putting in this higher high, come down and put in a higher low. before you get that kind of move. And we do have targets like we just showed you, 76,000, 78,000. I think you're actually going to go above and beyond there. I would expect some levels of resistance here and here, guys. I really think that's where you're going to find your resistance. Quite likely that you're going to come here, you're going to come up, maybe play around, break it, come back to retest it and continue like that. And this, once you've cleared this high here, there's a real confirmation and there's a lot of confidence that will be reasserted in the market. That is largely all I have for you in this video, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this content. We like to mix things up every now and then. We do talk about Cardano daily and we will be getting back to doing that. I'm absolutely loving what I'm seeing right now. I'm trying to load up whilst I still have the opportunity. Unfortunately, we heavily accumulate, or fortunately I should say, you guys that watch me daily will know that we heavily accumulated here. And this we did say was really going to be the last time, but I'm picking up a little bit extra. I'm more into some of the smaller altcoins just because I've got such a bag of Cardano already. That is really all I have for you guys. I'm going to love and leave you on that note. Hopefully you've all got a fantastic weekend ahead of you. Enjoy it. I will see you in the next one, guys. It's coming. Hang in there. Hodl those cryptos, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, guys.